Chapter 2. The First Helpers. The next morning I wake to the sun tickling my petals and the sound of buzzing. It's her, the bee. She swoops down from the sky, her wings a golden blur, and lands on my thorniest branch. Good news, Rose. She hums, wiggling with excitement. I took your pollen to the daisies by the fence yesterday. They're waving hello already. I stretch my leaves, trying to peek past the porch. The daisies are a fluffy white blur near the yard's edge. Not the valley, not the wild mountain flowers, but closer than my pot. That's a start, I say, my voice quivering with hope. Can you take more? Farther? Farther takes time, the bee says, dipping into my center again. But I'll keep going. Daisies today, clover tomorrow, maybe even the valley someday. She buzzes off, a speck of yellow carrying tiny pieces of me into the world. I feel lighter, like a petal might float away. Maybe this is how it begins. Little bits of me reaching out, one helper at a time. But then a shadow twitches near my pot and I freeze. It's the mouse, gray and quick, with eyes like shiny black beads. She sniffs the air, then scurries closer, her nose wiggling at a rose hip dangling low on my stem. It's plump and red, packed with seeds. My seeds. Hey! I rustle my leaves. That's mine, the mouse blinks up at me. Finders keepers, she squeaks, grabbing the rose hip with her tiny paws. Before I can protest, she bites into it, chewing fast, then stuffs her cheeks until they puff out like little balloons. That's not for eating, I cry. Those are my dreams, my seeds to grow wild. The mouse pauses, cheeks bulging. Oh, she says, spitting out a seed that plops into the dirt. Sorry, tastes awful anyway. What's this about growing wild? I sway toward her, eager now. I want to be a wild mountain rose, out in the valley with the flowers that dance in the wind. Can you help me? Take my seeds there? And she twitches her whiskers, thinking. The valley's far, past the yard, past the brook, up the mountain's toes. I'm not scampering that long, but I can drop these around the yard. Good soil here, lots of sun. She scoops up the spat-out seed and darts off, digging a little hole near the porch steps. Plop, plop, 2 more seeds tumble from her cheeks as she goes. It's not the valley, but it's more than the pot. I'm about to thank her when a gust of wind whooshes through, sharp and wild. It tugs at my petals, pulling one loose, a red splash spinning through the air. No! I gasp, feeling the sting where it tore free. That's part of me, gone. The petal twirls higher, catching the sun, then drifts beyond the railing, out of sight. I droop, my thorns prickling with worry. What if I lose too much? What if I fall apart before I reach the valley? But then I hear a squeak. The mouse is back, peering up at me. That was pretty, she says. Your petal landed by the gate. Maybe something will grow from it. Grow from a petal? I ask, confused. She shrugs. Maybe not, but it looked free out there. Isn't that what you want? I don't know how to answer. Free, yes, but losing pieces of myself feels hard, like a thorn stuck too deep. Still, the bee's buzzing, the mouse is digging, and that petal's dancing somewhere new. My dream is moving, even if it's messy and small. By afternoon, the yard feels alive. The bee zips back, pollen-dusted and proud. Clover next, she chirps. The mouse buries another seed near a rock, muttering about her sore paws. And high above, the valley glimmers, its colors shifting like a promise. I'm still in my pot, still on the porch, but I'm not alone anymore. These helpers, the bee with her wings, the mouse with her mischief, they're carrying me forward. Maybe losing a petal isn't the end. Maybe it's the beginning.